Hey, good morning, everyone. What a wild and crazy morning it's been and still is. Lightning, thunder, rain coming down in buckets all around us, and it's sticky and hot and going to be in the mid-90s today. Craziness, man, just crazy. Hey, but it's fitting. It's fitting for our readings for this coming Sunday, both our Old Testament, our Psalm, and our Gospel reading all center on storminess at the seas, on the seas, and people in need of rescue on the seas. What we have going here is in Job, the 38th chapter. We all know the story of poor old Job. Lost everything, his family, his fortune, his health, and he's questioning God, why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm a good fellow. I've followed all the rules. I've been a good boy, type of thing. So what's going on, God? Well, it's a very difficult book to work through, but it is in our scriptures, so guess what? We can't ignore it. And so we look at it and we think, wow, everything that Job has to say is pretty much spot on. What's wrong with what he's saying? Why is God not giving him an answer? Well, God finally does give his answer in chapter 38. It's after 37 chapters have already transpired when all of Job's friends try to give him some friendly advice. Hey, confess that secret sin of yours, Job, and I think everything will be okay. We don't like hearing that sort of thing. Now, he did have another friend who came along who kind of was trying to smooth the waters a little bit and saying, we can't always understand why God's doing what he's doing, but, I'm pretty sure we'll find an answer somewhere. Well, none of that's good enough for Job. And I'm telling you now, none of it would be good enough for us. But what we have here is now God entering the picture and basically ignores trying to give Job an answer. That's not what he's about. What he's saying is, Job, do you know who I am? Do you even have the slightest inkling of how all this is? And he goes through creation and how he brought everything into being. And well, you have to read it, and it is basically the entire 38th chapter, but especially look at this. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind. Who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up your loins like a man. I will question you, and you shall declare to me. Get ready for a rough ride, Job. Not like you already haven't had one yet, but you've had it. But now I'm going to be talking to you direct. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Wow, God, slow down, man. Tell me if you have understanding. Who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Or who stretched the line upon it? I'm the one that created all this. Who are you to be questioning me? That's basically what God is telling Job. And those are harsh words, but it's reality. It's reality. And he goes on and he talks about the sea. And we have that theme all through our readings for this coming Sunday. In the Old Testament lesson right here, we're going to see how it's a little bit different than in the other ones. In the Psalm, it talks more about the chaotic waters that God calmed and rescued sailors who were going down into the deep. And then you have Jesus in the boat with his disciples calming the sea when they're shouting, "Save us, Jesus, save us, do something." But here, it's a little bit different. Those waters of chaos that are to be feared, God gives a whole new outlook on that. God took those chaotic waters and treated them like a baby coming into the world. Kind of wild, kind of reckless, and in need of being tamed. Yeah. He set boundaries for it to keep those chaotic waters safe from themselves and safe from us. It's kind of an interesting little twist on things here. So in other words, what do we really know about all this? We don't. And in the end, we don't get a satisfactory answer in the book of Job. I'm telling you that right now. We just don't. You know why? Because we have minds that work through logic for the most part. We forget that what God is interested in is not how we figure all this out and how we know how He works and this, that, and the other. He's interested in our relationship with Him. And apparently that relationship that Job had with God was beginning to sour. And God is basically telling Job, I have not abandoned you. I have not abandoned you. Just trust me. I'm here for you. You may not understand all the ins and outs of it, but I'm here for you. Just like that rolling thunder. I don't know if you can hear it on this video, but it's still kind of flashing around me, and I got to get out of here and get back in the house. But if you take anything from the book of Job, look at that aspect of it. We won't understand. We won't ever fully understand until, as the Apostle Paul said, and I've quoted this before, we see Him face to face. Alrighty, folks. Well, enjoy your hot summer days. Enjoy the storminess that comes through. The only good thing about it is the temperature dropped a few degrees, so that feels good. But it's going to get hot and muggy once all this passes through. God's blessings be with you this day.